Welcome to the Daily NBA channel. The Boston Celtics have just traded Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George and some draft picks. ESPN analysts break down how bad this trade was for the Celtics. Check it out, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more valuable content.
All NBA player, 2024 Finals MVP, but Boston, they've been shopping him this offseason. They couldn't get a Giannis deal done, and now he's going to Philly, the team that knocked the Celtics out in 7 games. Brown going to Philly off a career year, averaging career best in scoring, rebounding, and assists. He had 7 40-point games in a season where he finished 6th in the MVP voting.
NBA front office insider Bobby Marks and analyst Chiney Ogwumike join us now. All right, Bobby, let's start with you. What is your reaction to the breaking news with Jaylen Brown going to the rival 76ers for PG, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-rounders?
I think it's something Philadelphia had to do. I really did. I think I woke up this morning and I looked at the Eastern Conference, which I actually think is better than the Western Conference, and I looked at where Philadelphia was, and I liked the Dean Wade signing. I thought this was a team that was outside of the play-in. I thought this was a team that could barely get into to that play-in area, and I think the Jaylen Brown trade now puts them back in the conversation with the teams that, whether it be Miami, whether it be Toronto, I'm not ready to put them in the conversation with New York here, but I do think it puts them back in the top 6 conversation here. Christine, you trade a 36-year-old for a 29-year-old who has played 4 of the 5 years, at least 60 games, and finished 6th in MVP voting this year. I would think that is a considerable upgrade over what happened as far as with Paul George going to Boston.
I'm curious, Chiney, on your end, when you think about what Bobby just laid out, PG for Jaylen Brown. PG's a little older, obviously, as we know. He has a lot of health issues. Why do you think the Boston Celtics decided this made sense for them?
First of all, Bobby has been working around the clock, so if his energy is a little bit low, that's why he has not slept in about 2-3 weeks, coming from the NBA draft now to free agency.
I've got good. That just gave me a little. This gave me a little bit of a spark right now. I was a little bit down. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
That's what I'm here for. So basically, what Bobby was saying is that, and I'm going to be more dramatic because obviously the East is an arms race right now. And 2 years ago, Joel Embiid said that Tyrese Maxey is the franchise. Now, this is a full paradigm shift because before we were talking about the MVP being Joel Embiid. Now you're looking at an MVP level. That's where he was, Jaylen Brown joining one of the most electric backcourts in the NBA. Now, he's right. Championship level expectations, I think they're still quite a bit far from it. But right now, that backcourt is elite. We name them, Christine, you're the queen of fashion. We name them VJ Max, VJ Edgecombe, and Tyrese Maxey, just downhill. They're excellent. But Jaylen Brown downhill, he's a savant. He's coming off of a 29 points per game season where he was second in points in isolation. He can get you a bucket, and also second in points off of drives. If you think about the 1, 2, 3/4 in JB, all of them have the same skill set, but this backcourt just got someone that is supercharged. So they still have questions to fill to really make this a truly competitive roster against the best of the league. But right now, they just got a big fish.
And Chiney, to your point, too, when we do not know the health each and every night of Joel Embiid, if you watch the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey every single night needed some help. Look for some help. VJ came in. Now you can count on a guy like Jaylen Brown to give you 25 to 30 points. Had 7 40-point games so far this past season. And then here's the Eastern Conference favorites odds now after this trade. Now keep in mind, before this trade, the odds for the Sixers, 60-1. And to win the NBA title. Now to represent the Eastern Conference, you see them jump here in the top 4 of the conversation, along with the Heat. Let's not forget about the Pistons that were the 1 seed. And it feels like there's some Pacers fans saying, hey, don't forget about Tyrese Halliburton coming back, and he's going to be healthy. To Bobby's point, this entire East is slam-packed with so much talent. Bobby, I do want to get your thoughts about the Celtics because, of course, you lose a guy like Jaylen Brown. The unknown about Paul George, let's not forget he missed 25 games because of PED, and then he had to sit out. And you don't know what you're going to get, especially at his age, consistently. You add Mitchell Robinson, Mike Conley. How do you view the Celtics right now after this trade?
It's different, Kevin, and I think what appeals to Boston is, and you watched this first-round series. Paul George was terrific in that series against the Celtics here, and I think that certainly was an appeal. Of course, the ability to stay healthy, but when you add him with Jason Tatum and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, and now you get Mitchell, the dynamics of the roster changes. You get bigger, of course, as far as from length standpoint here. But you get 1 year less than what Jaylen Brown is owed. You get some first-round equity coming back to you here. But as we've seen in before, this roster has changed significantly, and it starts with the Jaylen Brown trade to Philadelphia.
Okay.